It is now Saturday morning, and this video is going up in less than 20 minutes, 40 minutes. The reason that today there is no vlog, and I know, HECZ, I said that I'll upload daily. I didn't say a daily vlog. In fact, you can consider this a vlog, okay? Because that's what vlogging is, right? Being a video log of what we did. So I'm gonna give you a recap of what happened yesterday and the reason that I didn't record all day, okay? We had a secret project yesterday where nobody was allowed to record except for the cameraman that we brought out. We brought out Justin Escalona, who's one of the FECZ guys. Justin grew up in Palatine. Palatine's a neighboring city to like Buffalo Grove, and he's right around the area. He lives like 3 minutes from where we live now, and he's actually shot video for us before. If you guys remember the flak jacket promo that we did for Astro, we uploaded that and he recorded that. So just know that if you ever have an opportunity, right, to work with a big brand, whether it's in gaming or a non-gaming company, always try your best, because this dude, I hit him up out of nowhere. I'm like, hey, we're trying to make this cool video for Astro. Do you mind shooting it for us? Because at the time we didn't have Hitch there, and we just didn't know how, right? I have an idea, like I have good ideas on how we want to like message something, but as far as delivering it or recording it or making it manifest, I don't think it's there. I mean, if I sat down and thought about how to do it, I could do it, but I just rather leave it to the pros. And he did a really good job. So immediately, even while we have Hitch, I still contacted him and said, hey, you want to come by and do something, because he's a really good editor, works fast, and is a really good dude. So he came over, his friend came over who's also into filmmaking, and Hitch, and then the entire crew. We went out, we did a couple of things. We go-karted, we paintballed, and we did a little bit of acting. It was quite fun. What it's for, you'll see. But yeah, that's what we did. After that, I realized that I had left my camera at K1, right? So from 11:30 all the way to whenever, I didn't have anything to record with, so I didn't have a chance to record a vlog. So the whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, what am I gonna do? And then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do a Q&A, because I haven't done a Q&A in like a very long time. And typically my Q&As are a little bit more edited. I add like images and stuff. Today's gonna be a little bit different because I did it a la Casey Neistat. If you guys don't know what that is like he pretty much has people ask him questions, but they record themselves with their phone on Twitter. So that's what I did. Only, some people like 5 people knew what I was talking about, and like the rest of them were just asking regular Twitter questions. Anyway, let's get on with the Q&A. I apologize for not giving you guys a vlog, a daily vlog, a vlog that you're used to for the last couple of weeks. Either tomorrow or Monday, I start numbering the days. Okay, so I gotta go back and find that out. All right, let's get on with the Q&A, starting with...
Have you ever been to Texas to fish?
Yes, I've been to Lake Fork in Texas to fish. I think that we fished a couple of other lakes while we were there. I don't remember the name of them, but here are some clips. We did the Lake Fork time that we went to go fish. I went with my friend Rob from UMG, who I keep on mentioning on the videos. He fishes in Texas, and he's got a really good channel that you should check out. But so we went to Lake Fork for the first time ever. He caught, I think, was like a 6er, like 6.6. And I caught what was like a 4.5, like close to 5, but it was a little football. It was a little football, like little toad, right? And he was so small, but the belly on that beast was just like incredibly huge. Texas is by far one of the states that I have in my mind that I would move to if we ever moved the Optic House, or if Judith, wanted to move somewhere. I'm an opportunist, right? If there is if there's a chance for me to go fish Texas because there's a tournament there, I'm gonna fly in a couple days early, go fish for one day, and then get on with the tournament. But yes, Texas, I've fished before. Thank you for your question, and thank you for following the rules of videoing. Even though you didn't video yourself, you still made a video, which was when I said ask me questions a la Casey Neistat, meant that all his questions are done through video. So thank you.
Do you plan on getting any more tattoos in the future?
Cody, yes, I plan on getting more tattoos. In fact, it's just a matter of finding the right artwork and the right artist. There's a lot of talented people out there. I just want to make sure that one of them like falls in line with what I consider like the person that's going to be doing my tattoo, because I'm planning on getting either a half sleeve or a full sleeve but it's gonna be it's good. The next tattoo that I'm getting 2 tattoos that are like pressing for me to get. I'm going to get an R for Rodriguez, which is my family. I have my graffiti crew here, Villains. I have Optic back here since 2010. I think I got the Optic one before the graffiti one, even though the graffiti one has been like a lifetime thing of mine. But I don't have any particular reason as to why I got the Optic one before everything else. But I think it was a bet with myself. But yeah, the next one's gonna be an R, and then on my bicep. On my bicep, I'm gonna get Animal's paw. Animal passed away a year and a couple of months ago. That's the homie right there. That's him right there. That's actually him in here. But yeah, that's the next one I'm gonna get. I'm gonna try to get the paws of all of my animals as they pass away, simply because they hold such a big place in my heart. Like to this day, and to this day I still like. I don't know, when I'm alone and all the dogs are running around. We have 4 now because Judith's fucking cuckoo. It's between. I called her crazy, but just between us, guys. It's just between us, all right? Don't show her this video. But yeah, I'm gonna get those, and sometimes when I'm alone and the dogs are running around, I'll scream like Animal. Like I used to call Animal like I used to call his name like that, like Animal. And then when he would look at me, I would like flick him off, and then he'd be like, Arr! And then I'll be like, I'm just kidding. And then he'd come and chill. But yeah, I miss my dude a lot, and I think commemorating his being by putting his paw on my bicep, that'd be cool. So yes, thank you. That's a very good question. No one's ever asked that before.
Hey Hex, what's your favorite part about each day, and when can we see more basketball videos on your channel?
Jacob, the favorite part of each day is obviously, I'm going to give you the obvious answer, which is obviously being able to stay at home and stay at home if I choose to, and hanging out with my daughter and Jude if time allows. That's my favorite part of the day, being able to see them and hang out with them or go places with them if we choose to. The ability to have that. But if that's not what you were asking, or like my favorite part of the day is vlogging, because it's a little cliche-ish, right? But I like doing it because it allows me, as I said in one of my previous videos, it has allowed me to step out of my routine.
Two ball. I need to display my dominance, my form, my technique, my splish and splash. Splish, splash.
My favorite part of the day has to be like the ability to vlog and bring you guys along with it, obviously, and bring you guys along with me to see like the behind the fly in the wall scenario, right, where you get to see stuff that normally you wouldn't, because it's in the privacy of our own home.
The other question is when you're going to be able to see more basketball stuff. I cannot wait, dude. I need to bring some two ball. I need to display my dominance, my form, my technique, my splish and splash.
Where's your favorite place to fish, and where have you caught the most fish?
All right, Cody submitted two questions, and I put his in because I put both of them in because like there's a limited amount of people that follow the rules. My favorite place to fish has to be Lake Okeechobee, because coincidentally, or actually not coincidentally, but because I've caught the most fish there. There was a day where we bagged, I think, like 25 bass. They were all over, I think, 3 pounds, which is like way bigger than what we catch here. Typically here in Illinois, it's like, unless you get really, really lucky or you know where you're going, your bag isn't always that big. But we caught like 25 fish total. I don't know, close to like 8 keepers. And yeah, it was a good time. I love going to Florida, and Lake Okeechobee is the best. One, I get to hang out with Scott Martin, who's a professional fisherman, probably like one of my favorite people in the world. And the lake itself is just like amazing. It's so yeah, Lake Okeechobee 100%.
Hex, will you be recruiting younger players for the future of Optic?
Patrick, thank you for that question. It's a good one because it gets asked a lot, whether or not I would ever recruit like younger people into Optic. Now, whether or not Optic would ever have a youth team, it's a little bit weird for me, because if everybody that is in the competitive Call of Duty scene is like youngish, right? Like Seth just turned 20, about to be 21 this year. Like, I think these guys are still young enough to compete for the next couple of years, and I don't think that that I would start recruiting for you know, the next iteration of the members, or the next group of guys that are going to be representing our brand. I think that conversation is definitely in the back of my head at all times, because what happens? How do we keep this, you know, climbing and keep the future bright? So I think that there, at one point or another, I'm going to have to figure out what I do, right? Whether I create a new team that doesn't compete in the CWL, because obviously you can't own two teams. But we'll figure it out. It's what major leagues do already, right? Like the football leagues and all that. That's what they do. They have you know, farm teams where they just like harness, you know, young talent, and then just, you know, mold them into what they want them to be. So when the time comes and a spot opens up, you're not left unprepared and not knowing what to do. You always have a backup. You always have two backups, right? So at one point or another, and I'm glad you asked that, because it gets asked so many times that I never have like a real chance to answer it on video in speaking format. So it's good that you did. So thanks. Yes, in the near future, let me rephrase that. In the not so near future, I'm gonna have to start considering it very, very hard on what the best plan of approach would be in doing something like that. Figure out to do, but until then, I think that we're gonna be good. It's like a 2-year plan instead of something that's imminent, right? We still have some time to figure that out. That's gonna do it for this Q&A. Like I said, sorry for the video today. I wish I would have been able to vlog yesterday, and I could have if I would have tried a little harder. But as I explained earlier, my camera was gone. I could have used my phone, which I'm a very big fan of recording with the phone now. But either way, just time didn't allow. I got home and I was beat. Like, the amount of driving, the amount of things that we did, it was just insane. Anyway, back to regularly scheduled program tomorrow at the same damn time. Yo, you gotta stop, bro.